5 years ago, I released a little knitting pattern and course called the Coeur Cardigan. It was chunky, soft, and had those slightly dramatic puffy shoulders that made it feel just a bit special. At the time, I had no idea this cardigan would become such a big part of my creative life, or that it would connect me with so many of you around the world. Today, I thought it would be lovely to sit down, revisit its story, and show you how it's held up after all these years. Five years ago, I started working on something that would become my best-selling knitting pattern, the Coeur Cardigan. But at the time, it wasn't about sales or design success, it was something much deeper. I just lost my mom that August, and a few months later, I was invited to teach at the Knitting Summit. I wanted to create something meaningful, something that could hold a bit of my heart in it. That's when the Coeur Cardigan was born. In November, when I started sketching this design, I didn't realize how much I needed it. Each row gave me something to focus on, something calm and steady when everything else felt like it had fallen apart. Knitting became the quiet space where I could sit with my thoughts, remember my mom, and slowly start to heal. That's why I named a Coeur, which means heart, because that's what it was. A cardigan made from love, from loss, and from the slow rhythm of creating. When I finally decided to share it, I made a little 4-minute video for YouTube, honestly just to show what it looked like. And somehow that video became my channel's best performer. It brought so many of you to my Etsy shop, and soon the Coeur Cardigan became my bestseller. I still remember the first time someone tagged me wearing it. I think I actually teared up a bit. It was surreal seeing something I designed living in someone else's wardrobe. So, 5 years later, how does the Coeur look now? Honestly, still beautiful. The yarn has softened a little, the shape has kept its charm, but become softer, not so structured, and the puff sleeves are just as bold as ever. It's one of those pieces that gets better with time. The kind you pull out each winter and feel instantly comforted by, like catching up with an old friend. However, it wasn't also pink and soft and beautiful. There is something I learned from this design and the choice of material I made. Okay, so let's talk about what I'd actually do differently now. First is the yarn choice. The yarn I used is beautiful and soft. It's 100% merino wool. It's chunky, it's still, as you can see, it's still beautiful. However, at the same time, you can see how much it pills, especially around the shoulders and armholes. So if I would knit it again, I'd look for something a little more durable, and I would go for finer yarns too. Back then, I wanted to create something really modern and bold and screaming. I just wanted to shout. Now, becoming calmer, I would look for something more for everyday use. Second is a sleeve design. I love it. Probably if you watching not the first video on my channel, you know that I'm obsessed with a puffy shoulder, and I still love them, and I still love these details in this particular cardigan. However, made from chunky yarn and being such a dramatic shoulder, it's difficult to layer. It's difficult to find the coat or jacket that would be able to sit on top of the shoulders, become too tight in the armhole areas. And this is what I wouldn't say disappointed me, because I would just don't put anything on top of it. But as I would like something more practical, that becoming a challenging moment. This piece kind of started my obsession with puff sleeves, and because of everything I've learned from wearing this one, I've created another 2 new projects, 2 new garments. The first is a puff sleeve cardigan, still cozy and dramatic, but a bit more refined, a little bit more 2025. The second is a puffy sleeve sweater, or I call it blouse. It's a very knitted blouse. Less volume in the lower sleeve, more focus on shoulder shape, so it works better under coats and everyday jackets. I took everything this cardigan taught me about yarn, feet, wearability, and pour it into those 2 new designs. This isn't just a look back, it's kind of a starting point for what comes next. This cardigan taught me to trust my creative instincts. Sometimes the simplest ideas, the ones that come from the heart, end up resonating the most. It also taught me the beauty of slow fashion, of making something once and loving it for years. And even if you don't love it anymore, or you can't wear it anymore, being able to transform it into something completely new, it's wonderful. That's why I'm advocating for ability to make your own clothes, to sew, to knit, to crochet. And then when you have these knowledges and skills, you can create anything from your existing clothes. And if you made your original unit using the good quality yarn or fabric, then this will last you for life. This will last you for many years, and even when you can't wear it anymore, you always can turn it into something else. For yourself, for your family, or for your home. So thank you, truly, to everyone who has knitted the Coeur cardigan, shared it, or just cheered me on from afar. You've made this pattern a part of something much bigger than I ever imagined. If you'd like to make your own, I've linked the pattern and the full video course below. And I'd love to know in the comments, what's the handmade piece that means the most to you? And if you somehow haven't seen the original Knit a Trendy Cardigan in 3 days video, I will leave it link for you. It's a little time capsule from 2020. Thank you for being here with me and for giving this cardigan such a long, unexpected life. And I'd love to know in the comments what's the handmade piece that means the most to you. Thank you for watching and for being part of my creative story. See you in my next video. Bye.